Yours.
All right. Well, I think if you're here, you know who I am. My name is Lisa Johnston, and I'm a Cure Grace Warrior Ambassador. And this is part of the Rising Together series that's put on by Cure Grace. We're so grateful for them, and especially for sponsoring this particular class. If you don't have the music link, go ahead and get that from the chat. So if you could paste that one more time, I put together a curated link. Now, maybe you don't want music, and that's fine too. But I'm going to have it on just really quietly so I can know where I am in the class. But to start, I wanted to share a little bit about our philanthropy that we are spotlighting today. And I want to give a really special thank you to all of you from the fraternity and sorority system, as well as my friends that are here to support Zeta Tau Alpha's Think Pink Breast Cancer Awareness Fundraiser this week. This is the kicking off event. We're getting going. And what I'd love for all of y'all to think about as we start class, because sometimes it's going to be hard, right? Is that we are doing this for all of the women and men that have struggled with breast cancer. I think that everybody knows somebody who has either had breast cancer or is currently undergoing treatment for breast cancer, and sometimes multiple times. And some of us have lost friends and family members who have had it. It's very important. And 1 in 8 women actually get breast cancer in their lifetime. So if you are young enough that you're lucky enough that you don't know somebody who's had it, I guarantee you will later in your life. And I want to dedicate this practice to all of those women, as well as those who are doing the research and getting the word out there. So I'm going to start my music. But I want it to be fun. So when it gets hard, I want you to think it's hard for them too. So let's get through it and remember what it's for. All right, so we're going to start seated, which is easy. And think about, just bring your hands to your heart. And I want you to think about someone that you can dedicate your practice to today.
Hi, Lisa. You got muted. So sorry about that. Can you unmute yourself? Perfect.
Did you guys hear any of what I said? Okay. Basically, we're dedicating this to the women in our lives.
We heard that part. Well, you can
okay.
We did hear that. We didn't get to when you started doing this, we couldn't hear anything.
Okay. So we're just going to link our breath during movement. I was wondering how people were just looking at me. Well, we'll start now. So when you get to see the recording later, that part won't be showing. Let's inhale and open your arms. And then exhale, pull your hands all the way back to your heart. We're going to keep moving this way for a few cycles of breath, opening up. And exhale. Now it should be audible, inhaling. When you exhale through your nose, it's like you can hear the ocean. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Now, you're going to come onto your hands and knees, but we're not going to stay there. And then just make your way to standing up. Okay, here we go. Come with me to a little bit of a chair pose. And then reach your arms up. Sit here. And then exhale, the arms are gonna come back. I'll show you the side view. And inhale, straighten the arms, reach your arms up. Exhale down. So this is like rock the 80s. Not all the music is 80s music. Most of it's not, because I didn't realize till I was making the list, that music's pretty angsty. Inhale. Exhale. So I will be reflecting you a lot, and sometimes I will be facing the direction that I am. Now this time you're going to exhale and come into this squat. We're going to hang out in the squat for a moment and bring the arms forward. And then fold towards your legs, forward fold. Now most of you are going to be pretty tight. It's early here in California. And just inhale, come up partway. Lift your chest. Exhale and fold. Now press your hands down, and you're going to come back to a downward facing dog. So a downward dog looks like a big capital A. Your booty is up and back. It's not a plank. And you're going to think about chest coming back towards your thighs. Just gaze back between your shins and pump out your feet a couple of times. And then we're going to start moving here. Now bring your feet together and reach your right leg toward the sky. You can do this, come on, I'm seeing y'all. And then step that foot between your thumbs and lower the back knee. Got it? From there, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands come back down. Tuck your back toes under, and you're gonna lift the knee. Thusly. Lower the knees down again, the back knee down, and then inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, hands comes down. Step into your plank. So find a plank. If you are not able to hold a plank for wrist issues, shoulder issues, your knees can be down. From here, we're going to run the knees one at a time, nice and slow, waking up your core. And then Chaturanga. So it's a yoga push-up. Knees down or up, just elbow squeeze by your side. It's like a military push-up. And then press your feet down and roll up to a cobra pose. From there, bend your knees and bring your hips up and back. Okay, good. Now left leg is gonna reach up. Step your foot forward and lower the right knee. So y'all, you gotta make sure that your feet are wide apart. Then lower the right knee, like I said, and both arms come up. Exhale, hands are gonna come down. Inhaling them up. I know it's one extra. And then hands are gonna come down. Let's power up the back leg. Lower the knee. Let's bring the arms up again. I know maybe it's slightly different. It's gonna get better. Don't worry, hands come down. And then, you know what? Let's just take the knee back before we go anywhere and make big hip circles. I was telling my friend this morning, there's no way I could actually act like an 80s aerobics instructor. I just can't. There will be some silliness, but it's not going to be like Jane Fonda for real. Now come to your plank pose, nice and strong, and you're going to lower in one piece, not several. Lower to the ground. And inhale, cobra pose. Keep your shoulders out of your ears. And make your way to downward facing dog. So bend the knees, look forward, and let's have a little fun. Hop to your hands. Good, and fold. Inhale, rising up, arms above you. Exhale, coming into the squat. Now inhale, you're going to lift the left leg up, balance. Exhale, sit back down. Inhale, right leg up. Sit back down. And then take your right arm over the left and let's just pulse here. So little squats, nothing major. And then stand up. And then take the left arm over the right and squat. Release them. Reach your arms as high as you can and fold towards your legs. Step to the top of a push-up, finding your plank, and you're going to lower through your yoga push-up, Chaturanga. And cobra. Downward dog. Remember, big capital A. Now bring your feet together and reach the right leg toward the sky. Pull the knee in, step it through. You're going to start again with the the left knee down, and bring your arms up. See how my back toes are tucked under? From here, You're going to push through both of your feet to lift the back knee. Lower back down. Hands are going to come to the floor and step back to a plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. Make sure your toes are not tucked under in cobra. And downward facing dog. Hopefully you're starting to wake up a little bit. Let's reach your left leg up. Step it forward. And you're going to lower the right knee and both arms come up. Now watch, my back toes are tucked under. I'm going to push through both of my legs to straighten the back leg. Put your the back knee back down. Hands come to the ground. Slide that knee back and then find plank pose. Chaturanga. Cobra. And downward dog. Now, something important that I didn't say is you can take child's pose whenever you need, okay? Also, if you want to skip any of your little push-ups, feel free to do that. Just wait in downward facing dog. And we're going to go ahead and add on now. So bend your knees, look forward. Let's lightly jump to the front and fold. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, sit down in your chair. Just holding. So from here, static hold, but you're going to pick up the left leg and just cross your legs and sit here. Hug your inner thighs together. Put that leg down. Take the right leg, hug it over. Even if you're falling, just give it a shot. Put it down, straighten the legs, fold forward. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. And downward facing dog. So I'm going to face you. I'll be reflecting you. Couple of breaths here in downward facing dog. Now right leg reaches up. Step that foot forward next to the right thumb. Get those feet nice and wide and then rise up to your standing lunge. The back heel is lifted still. Now really slowly, I want you to think about lowering the back knee. If you can't do it, you can stay high, but I'm hovering that back knee. And then come back up, straightening it. And then turn your back heel down. So it's a warrior one. The foot is 45 degrees. The heel is down. You're pressing through both of your feet. The back leg is straight. For those of you who are new to yoga, hands come to the ground. Top of a push-up. Your version, chaturanga. Cobra. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Left leg reaches up. Step it all the way through. Standing lunge. See, it's getting a little easier now that you're waking up. Now, lower, lower, lower. Right knee toward the floor. It doesn't touch, unless it does. All right, it comes back up. Hands come to the ground. Oh, sorry. Warrior one. You guys are like, wait, she forgot warrior one. There it is. Now hands come down. Chaturanga. Cobra. That would have been tragic. And downward facing dog. Bending both knees. Look forward. Let's hop all the way up lightly and fold. Inhale to stand. Exhale, just bring your hands to your heart. We're going to stand on the right leg. Bend your knees. You don't have to go deep. And then pick up the left leg, cross it over. And you're going to take the right arm, cross it over, and see if you can either wrap or press the back of your arms together. If that's still too much, you can grab your shoulders. We're almost done this leg, don't worry, for this pose. And then come on up, foot down, reach your arms to the sky, and exhale, hands to your heart. Second side, come into your squat. Pick up the right leg. Just squeeze them together. Now, left arm over right, do what you can, and try to line your knees and your elbows and your shins, everything up. And let's let it go. Go ahead, put the foot down, reach your arms up, exhale and fold. Find your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, right leg lifts. Step that foot forward. Now this time we're gonna come up to a warrior one. See, my back foot's down. Warrior one. We'll hold it for a moment just so everyone can get here. Now bring your hands to your thigh and you're gonna shift your weight to the back leg. See how my feet rotate? You're gonna be facing a different direction, but I wanted to give you the side view. So my feet rotate. So here's lunge, like a warrior one stance. We're gonna shift to what's called Skandasana. So stick your butt way back like you're trying to moon somebody, chest forward and lift it. Let's try that again. So you're gonna rotate, maybe come up, hands on your thigh, and then back to your Skandasana on the left leg. Okay, rotate around so you're over the right leg, plant your hands, and then step back for your plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. How'd you do? Yeah, you're good. You're alive. Left leg lifts. Step it forward. You're gonna find your warrior one. Back heel down and rise. Now, if you need, you can have a lesser bend in the knee, but challenge yourself wherever that might be. Now, we're gonna do Skandasana again. Shift your weight. Sorry, you have to look at my butt, but there it is. So my booty's going way back. And then you're gonna rotate again forward into the warrior one. So from the side, you're coming back and forward. It's gonna come back later. You'll need it. And back, forward. Hands are gonna come down. Find your plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. Downward dog. Now your heart rate might be up. That's good. Just let you know you're alive. Bend both knees. Look forward and hop to the front of your mat and fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Once again, we're going to sit down into your squat, deep or shallow. Pick up your left leg, cross it, maybe your ankle. If you're like me and you're really flexible in your ankles, you can wrap it around. Then you're gonna take your right arm over and sit. This is why people say yoga is hard. For 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release it. Put the foot down, stand up, arms above you, and then take a moment, hands to your heart. So one more breath before we do the second side. Bend your legs. Right leg picks up and around. So you can just hug the legs together or you can wrap them. Left elbow over right. Sit down. Line everything up. And release it, arms up. Foot down, fold forward. Step to plank. Let's have a little fun. So here in your plank, just come down a third. Back up. The guys are probably like, yeah, easy peasy. Or the women who are super strong, come down half, hold it. And back up. This one's for you, Cheryl. Come down a third, hold, half, hold, 2/3, hold, down. And a cobra or an up dog, your choice. And downward facing dog. Now, everyone just lower your knees for a moment, sit back on your shins, and I'm going to show you what is going to come at the end of this next little section of vinyasa. I'm reflecting you. At the end of the standing stuff, you're going to come into a lunge, and then look what happens to my foot. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to the outside edge of my foot, and then I'm going to bring it back. Going out and back. Got it? All right, come back to downward dog. One more breath. Exhale. Now right leg reaches up. Step that foot forward. Come on, pick it up and move it there if you have to with your right hand. And then rise to a warrior one. Now you're gonna take the left elbow over the right, whoop, and lift him up. And you're gonna let that come apart and you're gonna shift back to your Skandasana. You can have your hands on your thigh, or if you wanna be like, hey, what else do we got here? You can do this. So coming forward, wrap the arms, lift them up, and then we're shifting the way back again. Skandasana. One more time, inhale. Exhale back. And now you're going to spin it around to find your lunge. Go ahead and lower the back knee for a moment and give yourself a half split. So you're not sitting on your shin. Your hips are elevated like that. All right, so now we're coming to the thing I just showed you. You're going to want to lift the back knee. And allow now your front foot, your right foot, to rotate and the knee to come out. There's very little weight in my front foot. Now I'm going to right size it and come back to the middle. Let's do that one more time. To the side, let your back hip drop a little. Whew. And up. Find your plank. Here we go. We're doing it again. A third of the way down, half the way down, 2/3 of the way down, all the way down, and cobra. Or you can just lay on the ground and be like, what is that over? It's okay. Downward dog. Same thing, second side. Left leg reaches up. Stepping through. Warrior one. Now take the right arm over the left. It slows down after the entry, okay? After the beginning of class. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Skandasana. So shift your feet, shift your weight, stick it out. It's October, so I can say stick out your pumpkin and lift the elbows up. Exhale, shift it back. One more, inhale. Exhale. Turn around facing the camera where I am. Lower the right knee and shift your weight back. Come back to your lunge, plant your hands, back knee up, and just let the knee go to the side and up to the side. It looks like, you know, that Kira Grace has actually flipped it, so I'm on a different leg than you. I'm from now on going to just say the leg that I'm doing. So sorry if there's been confusion. Top of a push-up, Chaturanga, and Cobra. I normally don't do that. And back to downward dog. So from here, last time through for this section, bend your knees, look forward and hop to the front and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms up. Let's just bring your hands to your heart. And then bend the knees. You're gonna pick up the right leg, bring it over the left, double wrap, left over elbow over right, sit down. Sit lower. And then stand up and release it. Arms by your side. Deep breath in, and then just side out. And then second side, squat down. Pick up the opposite leg, wrap it around. Think about opposite arm on top, sit down. You can be up here, it's okay, but challenge yourself. How low can you go while maintaining this pose? And up, leg down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Step back to your plank. Regular Chaturanga, knees up or down. Cobra. And downward dog. Remember, this is the last time through. Not for class, just for this. Right leg reaches up. You got all excited on me. And step forward. Warrior one. Left arm over right. We're only going to do it once. Lift those elbows. Exhale, come back to Skandasana. Coming forward, hands to the ground. Let your left foot rotate to the outside. The knee comes out away from you. And then if you want, you can bend your elbows and come back up. Ha ha. One more time. Knee back to the middle. Lower the back knee, straighten the front leg. Your right leg is straight. From there, you're going to go ahead and just keep the left fingertips to the ground, and you're going to twist your torso to the right and extend the right arm. Hand comes down. Pull the right knee back. So here we are on both of your knees, both of your hands. Pick up the right leg and reach around with your left hand and see if you can touch it. So here's what people always make mistakes. They always think it's the same hand, same foot. No, no. Keep your right hand down and reach around with your left hand. Catch your foot if you can. And then lower your knee. Second side, pick up the left leg. Reach around, catch it, and kick. Lower it down. Welcome, you can meet my cat, Bruce. And we're gonna lower to the ground, Chaturanga, Cobra, and downward facing dog. Now left leg reaches up, come on, find a little bit more joy here. Stepping through, warrior one, right elbow over the left, just one time. Lift them up. Exhale, Skandasana, shoot your weight back. Coming forward, hands are down, back knee lowers, straighten the front leg. Come back to your lunge. Here it is, my cat's like trying to get inside my computer, and then let the foot go out to the side, the knee go out. Let's try that one more time. If you want, you can even bend your elbows, woo, and up. Okay, step to the top of the push-up. I forgot something, oh, sorry. And let's rotate, my cat distracted me. You're gonna rotate, left arm up. Hand comes down. Chaturanga, here he is, this is Bruce. And Cobra. All right, child's pose, finally, yeehaw. Come on, buddy. Yeah, he's getting cute. Thank you, Gordon, SAE. So hips move back, arms move forward. And catch your breath. Well done. Now we get to do some 80s kind of core workout stuff. You're gonna sit down on your back, sit on your booty, lower all the way down. And we'll start with some simple stuff. Now, you're gonna interlace your fingers, except for your pointers, and we're gonna do little crunches here. These have been around for thousands of years, probably, not any time in the last century. So it's nice and small. We're gonna add on to this in a moment. So my shoulders never come down. If this is too hard for your neck, you can have your hand behind, you can even keep an elbow down. Five, four, three, two, one, and lower down. All right, so now you're gonna bring your feet together and like this, Vadakanasana feet. The blades of your feet, the outer blades, are gonna be on the ground, and you're gonna interlace your fingers, and we're going to pulse it up and down. So the knees pull together, and then you lower down. It's slower, but here, you're gonna start to feel your very low abs. In California, it's always midriff season. For some of us, it's never midriff season. You start feeling these pretty quickly. So let's do 5 more. Don't give up. Remember the person you're doing this for. And well done. All right. So this one's gonna look hilarious, but bring your feet close to you. Come on, Brucey. All right. Okay. Feet close to you. We're gonna pick up the hips and squeeze for a glute bridge and down. This is not a back bend. You squeeze your butt at the top and then let it come down, up and down. Your ribs are locked in. Elbows or entire arms can be on the ground. Exhale on the way up. You feeling this at all yet? Five, four, three, two, and one. All right, so we're gonna come into happy baby. Just bring the palms of your feet to the sky. Grab the outsides of your feet. You're gonna do like a squat on the sky. It's kind of like you're mooning the sky or the ceiling or whatever. All right, now we're going to climb onto the hands and knees. This is straight out of Jane Fonda. All right, but so we're gonna do some fire hydrants. Push down into your hands, and if that's too much, if you have shoulder issues, you can, or wrist issues, come onto your forearms. We're gonna lift the right knee, put it down. Now try not to tip too much to one direction or the other. Up and down, up and down. These little drills are warming you up for what we're gonna do. We're gonna do an arm balance. Just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift your hips back. You got 2 sides. Let's do the second side. Come on forward and let's go. Up and down. You can imagine Michelle's dogs are going crazy about right now because my cat is going nuts. Claire's dog. All of our fur babies. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit your weight back. Oh, good. Coming back up. Okay, you're gonna pick up your knee, kick it out, and down. I'm going to come onto a forearm and then bring my other arm out to make this a little easier. So knee up, kick, and down. Up, kick, down. Only 10. So if you wanted to do it up on your knee, on your hands, feel free. I lost count, so let's do 2 more. All right, hips back. Before we do the second side, I'm gonna be super nice to you. And you're gonna come up onto your toes and just bring your knees as wide as you can. Hey, it's better than what we were just doing. All right, come on down. Get ready for the second side. And knee up, open, down. I'm just going to count in my head. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, did it. Easy breezy. Now, if you have tender knees, go ahead and roll up your mats a little bit or just double it over. We're going to do those glute thrusts, but we're doing them from a kneeling position. So sitting back on the heels, we're going to come up, squeeze, and down like that. It's like a Michael Jackson. That's 1980s. It was before the blowback when the truth came out. Or whatever you choose to believe. Gotta say that. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're just gonna do a side plank on each side just to make sure we get our obliques, and then we'll go right back to the rest of the class. So lay down. I don't care which side you're on, but we have options, okay? You can have a foot in front and come up like that. You can stack your feet, you can stagger your feet, you can have the bottom knee down. We're gonna hold for about 30 seconds. So here we go. Gonna come on up, and hand can either be down or up. And Emily just sent you a reminder. Make sure that you put your chapter name and your cameras on. You're almost there. All right, come on down. Spin around to the other side. Emily's our cheerleader. Let's go ahead. Come right back up. Can you do it with a smile? Even if it's a deranged smile? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, all right. Here we go. We're gonna work on doing crow pose. And before we go ahead and do that, I wanna just speak to that any arm balance is also a hip opener, and you can just do the hip opening variation. Now, if you're one of those people who, like most, is afraid of falling and breaking their face, grab a pillow or your friend, put them or it in front of you, and you can use them as a crash pad. So here's how we're gonna start. Your feet are close together. You're gonna bring your hands out in front of you, and your knees are gonna press apart as much as possible and arms forward. So just getting a really big stretch through the low back, your inner thighs. Your heels can be up or down. All right, slide your hands back. You're gonna try to get your knees as high as you can on your arms. Here's the deal. It isn't a passive, we're gonna come into crow. I'll show you first. Some of you who already know this can do it like that, okay? A lot of people who are new think you're just creating this like arm stance and trying to balance on it. It doesn't work like that. So what I want everyone to do is to push your knees back with your arms while you're pressing your chest forward. I'll try it. Okay, good. Hands down. So for those of you who are science people or math people, it's physics. So we're gonna try this again. Your hands come down, slide them back. I want you to come up onto the balls of your feet. Okay, knees are high. I want you to pick your butt up, lean forward and press your arms back as much as you can into your knees. So push the arms back, but you have to keep coming forward. And if as long as you're pushing your arms back, you might find some lift. All right, come on down. Stretch your wrists. May have happened, it may not have happened. Either way is okay. Go ahead and make your way to a downward facing dog. Booty up and back. Now gaze forward, bend your knees, and I want you to do the lightest hop you can possibly do to the front and fold. Inhale, rise to stand, arms up. And then exhale, take your hands to your heart. All right, so you got a tongue in cheek. We're gonna be doing some yoga stuff, but we're gonna start out with something that's kind of like a fitness class. So hands are gonna be to your heart. Come into your squat. Your weight's gonna be in your right leg. And we're gonna take the left leg out and in, out and in. So. Three, 2, 1, and stand up. Squat down, second side. Let's do 2 more. Why not? We're here. And stand up. Whew. All right. Starting again, you're on the right leg. We're gonna go diagonal now with the left leg. You're going back like you're skating. Now I want you to think about, remember that song, Skate With Me, Ladies? Bruno Mars. So that's what you're doing. You really got to get this back in this outside leg. And stand up. Second side. Okay, remember, it's like you're rollerblading or roller skating. It's in style again. When I was in grade school and in junior high, I guess I stopped doing it really in grade school. I was on roller skates like every day. I even wore a side pony. It was a whole thing. Wore satin jackets. You remember that, Michelle? She probably didn't do that. 3, 2, 1, and stand up. All right, your heart rate's up. We're gonna stand on the right leg. Just do simple tree for a moment, okay? So when your heart rate's elevated, you have a harder time balancing. So your toe can be down, or you can slide that foot up as high as you'd like, press everything to the middle, and extend. And go ahead and lower it down. Side two, stand on the left leg, slide your foot up, and we're going forward again. So hands can be here, or they can be up. Now everything hugs inward first. And then once you've got that, maybe extend. It's active, always active. And lower your leg, fold forward. Step back to your plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. And downward facing dog. So your right leg will lift. Step that foot all the way through. Nice and slow, warrior one. So in warrior one, we're gonna do these little pulses, up and down, back leg stays straight. So you just kind of lower a couple inches and come up a couple inches. Some of you, might go down a lot, but it's completely discretionary and up to you. And then hold. Your arms are gonna come down by your sides or out like wings, your choice. And we're gonna come into a warrior three. You can have the back toe down, that's okay. I know if you're falling, that's all right. Here's the good news. Left foot comes up, squat down, right leg picks up, crosses over the left for eagle. And then left arm over the right and sit down. And release it. Now, pick up the right leg. Woo. Big step back. And you're gonna bring your hands to the ground for this lunge. Find a nice high lunge. You're gonna bring the right hand to the inside and rotate left and extend the left arm toward the sky. Nothing major, but don't do anything weird with your arms. I see that all the time. Those of us who are yoga teachers have seen some interesting things. We do interesting things sometimes. Just reach. Hand comes down, step to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Don't go to downward dog yet. Lower back down. We're gonna make those arms come wide. Bend the left leg and just actually take your right arm, extend it. And you're gonna just roll over and take the left foot behind you. The right arm's extended, left arm's bent. And then come back through the middle. Switch sides, left arm out, right arm bent, with the right foot behind you. And come on back through. Cobra or upward dog again. And back to downward facing dog. We're getting closer. Left leg reaches up and back. And warrior one. It's like a 10K. You don't give up when there's only 1K or 2K left, okay? So stay with it. So you can straighten and bend. You don't even have to straighten all the way. It's just a motion up and down. Now hold it. Can you feel your heartbeat in your neck? Can you hear it? All right, arms come down by you. You can slide your foot closer to you, that's okay. You can even have a bent standing leg, but hinge forward, warrior three. And then stand up. Okay, feet are together. Just take a breath. Come into your squat. You're gonna take left leg over right, right arm over left, Garudasana. This is the mythic eagle pose. You are mythic, you are epic. This is an adventure in silliness, perhaps. All right, you're gonna stand up, float the left leg, and then take a big step back. You're gonna bring your hands to the ground again. Here we are, you're in this lunge. We're gonna twist to the right. So left hand stays down, and you rotate your torso to the right and extend your arm. Now do your best to keep the right knee pointing forward and keep the back leg active. If you're bending the back knee, just put it all the way to the ground. Hand comes down, plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. You're gonna come into Anahata puppy pose. So heart down, arms forward. So I don't have anything crazy coming up. We're gonna just do a little bit more to prepare you for a side crow, which is actually easier than front crow. And then slide your hands back a bit and just come to a downward facing dog. Bend your knees, gaze forward, hop up, and fold. Notice, was it lighter this time? And rise to stand. And hands to your heart. My yoga cats aren't here anymore. Yay, okay. So we're gonna do one more little leg thing, a la Jane Fonda, a la let's get physical. And then we're gonna go right for the juice. So come into your squat. You're gonna have the weight on the right leg, and it's going to go side, out, side, back. Even if you feel ridiculous, it's okay, we all feel ridiculous. Just smile and get through it. You can even try different things with your arms if you want. When we were kids and we did this, we thought it was fun. We weren't focusing on this is hard or when is this going to be over. Maybe for math, but not for physical activity. I'm doing this based on time. Let's just do one more rep. One. Straighten your legs. Whew. Now, before we go to the second side, we're going to go ahead and just stand on the left leg and come into tree again. It's a short tree. So very slowly pull up your foot. Your version tree, anything. Something I found that could be useful is try reaching up with one arm, right arm, pushing down with the left, extending in opposite directions, and see how you find a lot more balance here. All right, hands to your heart, foot down. Second side, this is the last time we're doing this. When you're squat, weight in the left leg, you're going out and back, out and back. Maybe you're going slower than me. That's okay. If you're going faster, well, kudos to you. This is as fast as I can go. Almost there. Oof. Let's do one more set. That's it. Stand up. Whew, stand on the right leg. Pick up the left foot. Going right into your tree pose. We're gonna do this twisting crow after this and just cool you down. You were on the down slide. All right, foot comes down. Now shake out your legs. If you got the playlist on, you got Bruno Mars going. And just let the arms go from side to side. So up to this point, class hasn't been really super traditional. Our cool down will be more so. Okay. So you're just going to come into a squat, please. And then you're going to turn your knees to the left. You're going to take your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So kind of like that lucky cat that you see in restaurants. So again, there's this whole energy of pushing your elbows back while the thigh is pushing into your elbow. And then you can feel your core kind of light up. And let's unwind. Go ahead and fold forward, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Maybe experiment. Are your hamstrings more open than they were at the beginning of class? The answer may be no. But maybe it's like ½ an inch. Okay. Second side, you're going to turn the knees to the right elbow over the left thigh. Once more, finding that cute little twist. I'm just so happy you're here. All right. Okay, so go ahead, put your knees down. I'm going to show you how we're going to get into this. Those of you, we have some people who come every week for Cure Grace. Some of you are actually yoga teachers, so you can go right ahead and move into the side crow. But for those of you who are new, your knees are rotated. You're going to find this really tight ball. You're going to stay while you're new in a really tight ball the whole time. Pick up your heels. The hands are going to come down, and then you're going to bend your elbows. This is the beginner's version. Take that outside elbow in towards you, and you're going to lean forward as you push your arms back and just let your face come down. It's okay. Just come all the way down. That's how far I want you to go. So some of you, I know you, and you're like, no, just trust me. You feel like a b-boy, okay? So here's the second version. You can lean to your outside and use that elbow. Your phone died. Oh, Edwin, just stay with us. And now here's the full version for those of you who want to go for it. Look how much I'm pushing my elbow back. I'm going to lean forward. Knees come up. You can even straighten your legs if you want. All right, let's just say it happened, okay? Put your knees down, Mick Jagger stretch. For those of you who weren't born, Mick Jagger is from the Rolling Stones. I'm kidding, how could anybody be alive over the age of 10 and not know who that is? But, Okay, other side, we're just gonna go for it. Just pick a version. You can even just stay right here, but don't do nothing. I'm gonna go for it, rotate. You can have your knees bent or straight. And then come on down. All right. Cross legs first. Take where it's at 10 o'clock, but we started late. Just give me a few more minutes, please. I want to cool you off. Take your hands, press the back of your hands into your ribs. Gentle twist. You're going to take the left hand to the right knee, left hand behind you, and then gently turn your torso and gaze out over the right shoulder. Go ahead and unwind. Going to the second side, twisting. And come back. Now you're going to reverse which leg's in front. We're going to do the same thing. So just really quickly, a couple of breaths on one side. Then the other side. Good. Now keep the left foot in and extend your left leg. In fact, have it diagonal. And you're going to slide the right hip back a little bit, rotate your shoulders, and just drape yourself over your leg, whatever that looks like. So some of you can go all the way down, And some of you might be up here. Just don't force anything. And come back up. We're gonna switch sides. Take the right foot into the left thigh. Maybe pull the left leg back, rotate a little more, and come down. Gosh, it's like I can't win with this thing because it was reflecting and then it wasn't reflecting, but I hope that you're able to follow, y'all. And lay on your side. Unbend the left leg. I hope that you can forgive me. I'm used to not seeing myself when I teach. I'm just reflecting you all. But this just shows that even teachers who've been teaching as long as I have, we're always making mistakes too. Hopefully fewer. And come onto your belly. And then roll to the other side. Grab your foot. Let's unwind. Come up into your comfortable, actually let's lay on your back and come right back into happy baby pose and rock from side to side. I think someone's unmuted, but we're almost there. Just stay with me for another minute. Knees into your chest, nose towards your knees. And then relax all the way down for Shavasana. That was very fast, but lay down, extend your arms. Yeah, just close your eyes and be here for just at least give yourself another minute or two. And while you're lying here, or you're driving, or I know that some of you, you're in transit. Maybe take one hand to your heart, the other on top. Taking a moment to not only, honor what you did, but who it's for, and for the cause that it's for. In our chapter in Zeta Tau Alpha, I know girls who have lost their mother to breast cancer. One sister whose mother is in her third series of treatment. And it's hard. It's hard for those of us who know and love these people. It's hard for them. And I think it's only fitting that this series is warriors. We're rising together because they are warriors. We are warriors. And like mythic Arjuna, for those of you who don't know who that is, he is a warrior in one of the Hindu scriptures. Sometimes you don't know your power, your strength until you are in battle. So maybe that battle was here in class. Maybe you're battling something else. But we can be inspired by those who've gone before us. And we can support each other and lift each other up because this series, as it is called, is Rising Together. So go ahead and just roll to one side. And make yourself, just push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. I'm just going to look at you all. If you don't have your cameras on, go ahead and put them on. I know Emily and Gianna have been taking pictures, taking screenshots. And I know you may be uncomfortable with this, but I would love it if we could all own together. And when doing it, you can think about it like you are just sending out good vibes to all of those who are in the fight. So let's inhale and reach your arms out wide. And as your hands come together, we'll own. The warrior in me recognizes and bows to that same warrior that I see in each and every one of you. Imperfections, imperfect as I am, as you are. Our strengths, we strengthen each other by coming together to buoy up and to lessen each other's weaknesses. So thank you so much for coming. Namaste, y'all. Namaste. And I just want to again thank all of you who came, for all of you who stayed, who endured the silliness. The donation link, I'm going to have Brittany go ahead and donate that again. Hi. Oh, y'all, so good to see you. And camera on for points. You guys are so cute. And Sid's our crown, our Mr. Royalty. Thank you for supporting all of you. If you have any questions, comments, whatever. And thank you so much, Claudia. So good. Cheryl, Hannah.